Okay, all right. It's your brother Ariel again from GMS Tampa Bay 12, GMS 13 Rulership Ba, and here with another lesson through the Spirit and Power of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, in which we're going to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Racha Kwadash, double honors to our elders and apostles at Great Millstone, GMS, who rule and teach well. Salutations to you brothers out there that push this word in truth and sincerity, week in and week out, day in and day out, without wavering and in sound doctrine. And of course, shalom to you sisters as well, too, that listen in meekness, quietness, and humbleness. We definitely appreciate you. And may the Lord be with you as well. And another day in hell here, brothers. Another day in this place, man, this world, you know. And, just going through the rat race. The hamster wheel. It was a Tuesday. This is so dumb, man. This whole shit is stupid as hell, bro. Oh, it's Tuesday. You gotta go to work. That's stupid, dog. This shit is dumb as hell, bro. This shit is retarded, dog. I'm just speaking because it's frustrating. And I know you brothers, you understand where I'm coming from. You understand, why brothers get mad and, what this whole life is. This shit is dumb as hell, bro. Oh, it's Tuesday. I gotta go to work, and I gotta be there at this time. And tomorrow's Wednesday. Okay, we gotta do this. It's just stupid as hell, bro. And really because, I say that, but it's just because really ultimately because this world is ruled in wickedness, and we have to wake up and we have to see wickedness. We look at this. It's the same routine over and over. Every day is the same shit over and over again. And King Solomon, in his writings, we're gonna read one of his writings here in a moment. He kind of broke it down. This daily life shit. Our lives. The lives of men. It's just this whole shit is just it's just bullshit. It's all bullshit. It seems like it's all worthless. But we're gonna get into it a little bit. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, and we're just gonna read the first chapter here real quick. So Ecclesiastes chapter 1, starting at the top, it says, "The words of the preacher, the son of David, king in Jerusalem." Okay, this is King Solomon here. This is Solomon, the son of David. Verse 2: "Vanity of vanities, saith the preacher, vanity of vanities. All is vanity." And when you go into the word vanity, basically it means worthless, meaningless. It just is. It's really no purpose to it. There's no meaning to it. It's worthless. When something isn't done in vain, when you say something, oh, that you did that in vain. There was really no purpose behind whatever it is you did that was done in vain. All right, vanity. All is fucking vanity, bro. Let's read on a little bit more here. What profit hath a man of all his labor which he taketh under the sun? One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh. I read that again. It says, "What profit hath a man of all his labor which he taketh under the sun? One generation passeth away, another generation cometh." So it's just a cycle. It's just a vicious cycle. All right. What profit hath a man of all his labor which he taketh under the sun? What's the point of all this? What are you getting out of all this? What are you obtaining out of all this that you're going through out here? All this work that you do out here in this world. What are you really gaining from it? One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh. All right, so you're gonna pass away. Then your lineage rages up. Okay. So then after that generation dies off, and then the next generation comes. It's just the same shit over and over again. But the earth abideth forever. So do all of that. The planet Earth is gonna always be here. Earth is always gonna remain. Okay, the earth is not gonna be destroyed. You see all these people dying off, being born. You see cities being built and then other cities being destroyed. But do all that, the earth is, still there. It's still here to house us. All right? So it's like, man, what really is our purpose here? We're just little flies on a pile of shit, it seems like sometimes, man. And we're going to get to the point. We're going to keep reading in this. But you got to think of it. You got to think about that. You as a man, what is your purpose here? You got to remember what your purpose is in this place. And we'll get that real quick in a minute. Verse 5. The sun also ariseth, and the sun goes down, and hasteth to his place where he rose. So the sun goes up and then it goes down. In the so-called morning, you're gonna see the rising of the sun. All right, and then time passes, and then the sun's on the other side of the sky, and it goes down to the horizon. And then that's how you tell the days. Okay, that's your day. Sun comes up and goes down, and it's the same thing. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. The wind goeth towards the south, and turneth about unto the north. It whirleth about continually, and the wind returneth again according to his circuits. All the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full. Unto the place from whence the rivers come, thither they return again. So you see the rivers, they run right into the sea. All right, the ocean. But the ocean doesn't overflow, does it? Because on the other side of the ocean, there's a mouth of another river. All right. You see how everything's just a cycle. It works out. The earth is perfect. The water runs into the sea, but the sea is never full. All right, hold on to that thought real quick. Verse 8. All things are full of labor. Man cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. So you see that? So just like the rivers and the sea, so is our eyes and our ears. We can see everything. We can see unlimited. We see everything. As long as your eyes are open, you can see. But your eyes aren't going to be flooded with visions. And we constantly hear. I can hear my own voice. I can hear this music playing. I can hear the whirring of the engine on this car because the car is on. All right, but it's not overwhelming me. No, we're fine. But it's a constant flow. So just like the rivers are filling into the ocean, so is information coming into us. Okay? But it's not so much that we can't that it does, you know what I'm saying? It's not overwhelming to us. It's not overbearing. All things are full of labor. Man cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor is the ear filled with hearing. Okay? That's luck. Verse 9, the thing that hath been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Okay, and brothers, that scripture comes up a lot all the time. That's a very famous scripture. Because what has been is going to come again. So everything that's happening right now is something that's happened 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago. Albeit it may be a little different because of the technology and the way of life now, but honestly, it's the same situations that were going on back in the day that are going on right now. There is literally no new thing under the sun. It's all a cycle. Verse 10, is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It hath been already of old time, which was before us. No, you see, because everything was, we look at everything going on in this world, whether it be wars, whether it be different type of social matters or whatever the case is, spiritual thing. It ain't nothing new. Everything's been going on everything that's going on now has been something that's going on in the past as well too. It's just reshaped for this world, okay? This age. When I say world, I mean this age. But it's the same situations. So when you really read this, Solomon's looking like, this is all boring. This is madness. It's like you're bored with this shit. And we're going to read on a little bit more. Verse 11. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. Okay, we don't remember the things of past. When it says former things, you got to go back. You got to remember that, again, everything of now is something that's been in the past. Just like yourself, your spirit has been here on this earth before, but you don't remember what you was doing in your previous life right before this. You don't remember that. Don't lie. You don't remember. We don't remember what we used to do. I mean, we have maybe an idea that it may be something spiritual, because your spirit it's the same spirit. He's the same personality. Okay, it's the same personality. It was just in a different time period. Okay, so we've been here on this earth before, but we have no remembrance of those things of past. What if you did remember? You remember everything you've done in the past lives. Our ears would be, full of hearing, and our minds would be full of information. But that's not the case. We only remember what we've experienced in this life. Verse 12. I, the preacher, was king over Israel and in Jerusalem. And I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven. This sore travail hath Most High given to the sons of men to be exercised therewith. So now that's what we should be looking at. We have to give our lives on to what? Gaining wisdom. Okay? All right? We give our minds to what? Seeking out the wisdom, not the wisdom of this world, which we already have wisdom of this world. All brothers that watch these videos, we have wisdom of this world. We know things of the world. Of course we do. We all went to school and all that stuff, all right? We know some stuff. But true wisdom, all right? So it says all things under heaven, concerning all things that are done under heaven. Okay? We'll move on to verse 14. I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. So he's saying that he already knows everything, and it was a different world back then, but he already knows. He's seen it all. The man's seen it all, and he's not impressed with it. He's seen it all. And brothers, especially older brothers and the elders of great males, the men seen it all, bro. Nothing out here really impresses us. All this worldly stuff going on out here, the cars and all that, and it's a nice house. I still kind of get impressed with some of this shit sometimes, just because you're around it and you see it or whatever. It's like, wow, but when you really let your spirit take over, it's like, it's nice, it's cool, but really you desire more. You desire more than a sports car with 750 horsepower. We don't, that's something you may have desired maybe a few years ago, but you see it now, it's not really, doesn't really hold as much weight as it does after you start gaining true wisdom. After you start gaining true wisdom, all these things that we used to look at in the world in the past, it's just like, it's like it really doesn't matter. It's like it doesn't even matter. None of this doesn't really matter. This is all just a waste of time. But we know it's not really a waste of time, because this is experience that we must obtain in order to understand and endure the times that are about to come. So the Lord is putting us through this, and you have to be able to understand why you're gaining certain pieces of wisdom, certain pieces of knowledge of this world, and you're gonna have to utilize it when the time is right. And the Lord's gonna give you the spirit to say what you need to say in due time, whenever that time may be. We not to think about that right now. We're here to gain wisdom. So yeah, we gain wisdom in the world, but our spirit is being increased because of what? The understanding of these scriptures, these dark sayings. But the stuff going on in this world, that shit is vexation of spirit. It really is. Women, and I'm not dogging you women, because I know women like to watch these. We're not dogging you, all right? Not your true sisters. We're not talking about you, and you know who you are. You don't feel no type of way. Don't get all upset. We're not talking about you. We're saying when we look at women out there in the world, and yeah, they're pretty, but really, it's just vanity and vexation of spirit. Our spirits are seeking something a little bit more desirable. Where was I? Verse 15. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. I'll read it again. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting or lacking cannot be numbered. Okay? So, if it's, again, going back into the world, if we look at it as vexation of spirit, there's vanity and vexation of spirit. You got the shit that is wicked, you got the shit that is righteous. You got the shit that is wicked, and then you get righteous dealings out here in the world. But with that which is crooked or wicked, you cannot make that straight. So when you look at our people, say you just look at our people and you wanna give them a helping hand and guide them on a spiritual path to what you know of what's about to come. We put these videos out. We're not doing it in vain. No, we're doing this because we want to wake up the elect. So when you see a so-called black man, Hispanic man, a Native American man out there so-called, and you try to speak to him about these scriptures and break it down to them so maybe he can get an understanding, and he doesn't get it, you can't make that man straight. He's made crooked. He's going to be crooked. Just like everything else out in this world. You can't change it. That's why it's vexing. It's vain. It's vexing. Verse 16. I communed with my own heart, saying, Lo, I am come to great estate, and have gotten more wisdom than all they that have been before me in Jerusalem. Okay? So what he's saying is that he's like, yo, check it. I got all the fly shit. What did he say? He said, great estate. He says, lo. He said, check it. Lo, I am come to great estate. So he has a little something. He ain't, he wasn't lacking in nothing like that, man. King Solomon wasn't lacking like that, bro. He had it. Okay? He had it. He was good. He was well off. Okay? He was rich. And I have gotten more wisdom than all they that have been before me in Jerusalem. So not only does he have great estate, he has gained more wisdom than anybody else out there that was in the land. He's the wisest man in the land. And he's not saying that to gloat. He's just vexed. It's like, what else is there? And, we feel like that sometimes. We feel like that every day. It's like, because we have to really endure this world. So it's like, we don't have everything though. I mean, some brothers have more than others, but we don't gotta we ain't gotta like he had it. We have enough to sustain our lives and maybe give us a little joy here and there. But we've seen it. We've dealt with it. Brothers had, a lot of, brothers that don't have it now, maybe they had it in the past. So they know what it's like. But still, it's worthless. It's like, really, yeah, I got this stuff, man, but I also got this wisdom too, and it's, not really doing it for me. Because when you get wisdom, we're going to read down a little bit more. It says, yea, my heart had great experience of wisdom and knowledge. So he's reiterating, he's saying, he's like, yo, check it. You know, yeah, I have all this good stuff, but I got this wisdom and I got this knowledge. I'm not lacking in that. And I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. Okay? So he knows wisdom, true wisdom, now mind you, okay? True wisdom, but he also knows madness and folly. You live in this world, you're gonna be an expert on madness and folly. I know I am. I'm an expert at madness and folly. I've dealt with it for 30 some odd years. So we know and we understand. So we have wisdom and we have true wisdom, okay, according to the scriptures, but we also have the knowledge of this world as well. It says, and I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this also is vexation of spirit. Okay? And it's gonna break it down in this last verse, verse 18. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. I read it one more time. For in much wisdom is much grief. For in much wisdom is much grief. And he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. So the more knowledge and wisdom you gain in this world, the more like you're gonna feel like him. The more you're gonna feel like this. The more knowledge and wisdom you gain, talking real spiritual knowledge and wisdom, the more you're gonna feel like this. Because yeah, we know we have wisdom of the madness. We know madness and folly. We know all the lusts of this world. We know all that, man. And that's gonna make the average person out here joyful. But that doesn't make us joyful. Yeah, we might have the nice, a nice crib, or you might have a nice car, or some jewels, or some, you might have a woman, you might have 2 women. But if you have this knowledge and wisdom, you're gonna be stricken with sorrow and grief. Remember that. But you understand? Yeah, you're gonna feel this way. You can have all the shit in the world, but your real true calling is not the madness and folly. It's to serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And I'm gonna go here real quick. I might read some more of this book another day. I mean, I've read, we all read this book, but put it on camera and break it down. This is the Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. It says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. So while you're here living in this world, okay, dealing with folly and madness, what are you supposed to be doing out here? Fearing the Most High, keeping his commandments. That is your duty. That is your purpose. There's no vanity in that. You do that, and all the good things that you can think of, you're going to gain it. You're going to gain it in the kingdom. The Lord's going to give it to you 100-fold. So yeah, there's things out here you want. There's things out here you have, but you can't even really enjoy it. Like your children. Brothers actually have children. I don't have children, but brothers they actually have children. They have sons and daughters, but they can't even enjoy it in this world. They can't even enjoy their children in this world. Brother might have a nice car, but what car, man? Who cares, man? You got to pay for that shit. The Lord said he's going to give us 100-fold if we follow him. He's going to give us everything we ever desired. He's going to give us eternal life. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find the eternal life scripture. I'm going to go to John chapter 3. Yeah, man. That's why we look at this world like, man, this is corny as hell, bro. We enjoy the natural things of this world, but it's all a cycle. It's the same things that's happened back in the day. It's the same thing happening now. Real quick, John chapter 3. We're going to just read verse 15 here real quick. It says, well, we'll read, should I just read 16? Yeah, we'll read John 3:16, This is St. John chapter 3, verse 16. This is Yahushua speaking. He says, for the Most High so loved the world. And when you read that word world and you get it in the Greek, it doesn't mean world like the planet Earth. Okay, it means world as in was it a cosmos sense? Because it says, I believe it's cosmos that is there. All right. So it says, so God so loved the world, the cosmos. And when it says cosmos, what that means is, it means an orderly set. Okay. So it's really talking about the Israelites. It's not talking about the planet Earth, everybody on Earth. That wouldn't make any sense. Because the scriptures out there saying that the Most High is not dealing with the world. So here the world is talking about us Israelites. Not just all Israelites, but the Israelites out there that are what? Serving their duty. Okay, keeping their law, statutes, commandments with fear. Okay. So the Most High so loved the Israelites, the world, that he gave his only begotten son, all right, Yahushua, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. So that's a beautiful thing to actually meditate on. So yeah, we out here in this world, we got to deal with the mundane, everyday routine. But if you fear the Most High in truth and sincerity, you really believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, when the day of the Lord comes, you're going to be saved. And not only that, when the kingdom of heaven is established, you're going to gain everlasting life. You're not going to even feel the sting of death. This is something to look forward to. This is not a fairy tale. This is real life. Yeah, we know this life sucks, man. This life is bullshit. This is some bullshit, man. But enjoy being here. But you know why? Because this is the last days. So if you're alive right now, you're able to watch these videos, enjoy it, okay? Understand that the Lord put you here for a reason. Your reason is a duty that you're supposed to be fulfilling. And you need to be doing it now. If not, you can just go back into the world. Go back on the hamster wheel. Don't worry about what we're doing over here on GMS. You just go back on the hamster wheel and you keep running, baby. Just keep running. Maybe you'll get where you're supposed to be going. With that, I say shalom to your elect. Peace.